1, 2.
Bugger, isn't he?
Go on, James.
Woo! Go on, James!
Hola,
Woo!
buenos días. Soy tan contento. Estoy hasta aquí. I'm sorry, I thought maybe Gareth and Emma would prefer Cuban. For those of you who don't know me, I'm James, or Shorty, one of Gareth's many good friends, but obviously his best.
Go, Shorty. Go, Shorty.
And for those of you who do know me, I can only apologise.
He's my son and he's wonderful.
Pissed.
Now I can see a look on a lot of the ladies' faces tonight, and the answer is no, I'm not available. Recently, happily married. I was very happy when Gareth asked me to be his best man, as I know there's a long line of good men who Gareth knows, who he could well have asked. So thanks, Gareth, for putting my rightful place as best man. Rightful place.
Still messed up.
This is my first time delivering a speech as a best man, so I'm sorry if it's a little disappointing. I turned to the internet actually for some ideas, and after several hours of searching the internet, I found some pretty good stuff actually. Really good stuff. And then I reminded myself I was supposed to be looking for speech ideas. After several hours sort of wasted online, I decided that it was best to speak from the heart and tell you exactly how it is. So I'll start by saying, and I'm sure you'll all agree, that the wedding ceremony was absolutely beautiful. But actually, no, none of us were there. It was in Cuba. Cuba. Nice. I met Gareth when we were about 11 or 12 years old, a time when Gareth would roller skate absolutely everywhere with his perm blonde hair, his baggy dungarees, and I just knew anyone who went round town looking like that, you know, must have had a good sense of humour. So. We hit it off, and we spent the next few years becoming really good friends.
Boozing in my garden.
From carrying each other home drunk, crying over girls, losing teeth on boys' holidays. Which, yeah, that was a good one.
Wearing condoms
many,
on their heads.
many strange situations, which stories I think are best
Like
left
of
for another
lads.
time. Gareth decided when he was younger that he wanted to join the army, and it didn't take long before he was sent off to Iraq. This was a very scary time for Gareth's friends, as we always saw Gareth as our fun-loving young friend, who we would never want to see in such a place. Gareth, being Gareth, couldn't wait to get out there and do what he'd been trained to do. I felt particularly guilty at that time actually, because I booked a holiday and we had a week in Tenerife, just as Gareth had arrived in the heart of the action in Iraq. But it wasn't much of a holiday, mate, because I spent most of the time in the apartment, and I put pretty much all the spending money into the pay-per-view TV, because I was convinced I was going to see you on Sky News running through the streets of Iraq. But that didn't happen. We would often end up back at Bonnie's house, where we were always welcome, all of us, always welcome at Bonnie's. And Gareth wouldn't be half the money he is today if it wasn't for his nan Bonnie.
Yeah, go on, Bonnie.
And, Bonnie looks fantastic tonight. Look, Bonnie, you look beautiful tonight. So, Gareth's nan, everybody. Gareth would tell us all his stories about Iraq, and he'd always pull out these rations from the cupboard and he'd say, this is what we have to live on, you know, have a taste of this. And he'd cook up all these rations in his garden while we were having a drink, and he said, this is what I have to live on. He later confessed that the only reason he had so many rations left was because he spent most of his time in Iraq over at the American camps, where they were fully equipped with KFC, McDonald's and Burger King kitchens. Trust the Americans, but hence the reason Gareth's coming home slightly larger than he left. But Gareth has always been a good man, with a strong head on his shoulders. He's been through more than enough to break even the strongest of people. And through it all, he's remained respectful, caring, funny, and ambitious in his life. And the people he holds close to him now are the same people who've been by his side through it all. I'm sure you'll respect that. I remember, I don't want to go on like too much, is this okay? Is it going okay? Or, I remember how excited Gareth was about this new girl he had met, and me and Emma were introduced in Cardiff, I think it was around 2002. It was clear to see why Gareth was so excited, as Emma was a beautiful girl. Gareth was really smitten with Emma from early on, and it was plain to see this relationship would blossom, and it clearly did. I must thank Emma's mum and dad for bringing such a wonderful girl into the world for my best friend to fall in love with. And I know Gareth couldn't be happier than he is now with his beautiful bride and their little princess Ashley. This is going quite well, actually. There is another big love in Gareth's life who I know would have loved to have been here. She was a beautiful woman, and she always accepted me as part of the family. She was full of life, she was caring, and she is missed very much. So please, everybody, can you raise a glass, be upstanding, for Gareth's mother, Michelle, who we all love and miss very much.
Michelle.
I know she'd be proud today as well, man. On a lighter note, I've got a little present I want to give to Gareth and Emma. I wasn't quite sure whether or not they would have arranged anything, or, you know, hang on, put the mic down. Hang on.
Have you got tissue?
Yeah.
Sticky back plastic.
Hang on. I wasn't sure whether or not you'd have it or not, but it's a cake topper.
Yeah.
I got a close friend of mine. He's done like an artist's impression. I give him a photograph. It's a cake topper for your wedding cake. So it's you and Emma. And got the hair down to a T. But like I said, it's an artist's impression. So I go towards the end now. So Gareth would like to ask all the gentlemen in the room as well to join us at the bar later for a brandy and Cuban cigar. So before I hand over to my friend Lewis, or Gareth's second best friend, if you like to call him. Sorry, you.
I'll try later.
All that's left for me to do is raise a toast. So please raise a glass for the bride and the groom, May your future be full with love, health, and happiness. Congratulations to you both. Cheers.
Well done, Stuart.